Me and Mac decided to try our hand at the Intro C dressage test. We're a little bit out of practice because if you've been following me, you'll know that Mac got kicked in the chest, causing quite a big hematoma, and I'm a bad physio mum. I've just not got round to fixing it yet. So much like builders with their own homes, my animal's at the bottom of my list most of the time, and it does cause a few little tweaks and pulls as we go through this test. You can just see a bit of a shortened stride as he comes through. So it is on my to-do list, I promise. Coming down the centre line, I really did try and ride straight through the judge's car and just try and regulate my breathing. Like all riders, I sometimes just get nerves when people are watching me, and when the whiteboards come out, I freak. So yeah, it's one of those things. We did have a bit of a spook at the flowers as well, which we'll see throughout this test. Now, I found this test quite difficult because Mac's worst rein is his right rein, and this test does start on the right rein. It asks you to come down the centre, turn right, do a right circle, and then back up the centre line right again. So it instantly unseats us a little bit and just makes us a little bit tense and a bit unbalanced compared to if it would have started on the left hand side. You can see there the turn just a little bit stilted and he starts to go quite hollow. So from a physio perspective, I'd be thinking now, what is going on that right hand side? Is it to do with his bit, his mouth, his neck, his body on that side, which is weaker? We then go into these 10-metre circles both ways, like a pair of glasses in the centre of the school. And this is even more challenging, and I think this is pretty mean for an intro test to actually ask you to do a 10-metre circle. It's really unbalancing for horses to be on such a small circle, and especially with the give and retake of the inside rein both sides. It then means the horse has to be what we call between your leg and your hand, from your inside leg to outside rein, where you almost catch them on the outside rein and then allow them to stretch around on the circle. We found this right bend, again, really difficult. My hand goes up, I'm trying to stop that left shoulder coming out there, and he's just not quite in that leg and hand barrier. I think a lot of people will struggle with this. Let me know in the comments if that is you as well. I'm still many years on trying to work on this inside leg to outside rein to actually make this much better. So that is definitely on my to-do list of improvements. Settling more into the trot again this way, the 20-metre circle is so much more kind, not just for me and Mac, but actually for all horses, because it requires a lot less bend through the head, the neck, the ribs and the back on this wider circle, and it allows them just to settle into that rhythm more, allowing us to have some really nice steps there. Again, coming round past the people at the far end, he just tends to get a bit hollow, and we could definitely have more lift through that thoracic region. We could have better rhythm, better balance around this serpentine and the corners. Again, the right rein there being a bit wooden and a bit stiff and sticky. So that's another thing on my to-do list I would want to be looking at. Now, in terms of exercises to help with some of these things already, I'd be thinking first of all about my transitions. I want to make sure that the trot to walk transition is smoother, and from walk back up to trot, we're keeping contact, we're keeping rhythm through the 4-beat walk, the 2-beat trot. That's my number one situation. Number two would be the circles. Now, the 20-metre circle was much better than the 10-metre, so that's telling me that there's balance issues here. Again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a look at him, feel his muscles, see if he's symmetrical on both sides, and then maybe do a few more carrot stretches, which I should be doing at home. See if I can get that neck a little bit more fluid and just make sure there's no restrictions in there to make my circles better. Third thing would be my straightness. The centre line first of all wasn't too bad, but this last one we tend to really drift quarters right, and he's like riding a noodle. It's really difficult to keep him straight and balanced. So I'm going to set some poles out in a channel and try and keep him straight and practice some of these centre lines and power forward, and again make sure we're even and symmetrical both ways. If you're ready to ride this test, or if you've ridden it before, let me know in the comments how you did, how you got on, or what you're nervous about, and I'm sure I can help out with you, and hopefully some of these exercises at the end will help you too. It's great fun, and I'd encourage everyone to go and have a go.